I'm a bitch ass what? Nick, beat your ass. I will. Bitch ass. Come on, I'll beat your I bet you got a gun. Phone down. Put the phone down. Put the phone down. Nigga, you over man, dumbass nigga. Look what you're doing. Look what you're doing. Look, you're going to jail, dumbass. You going to jail, bro. You going to jail, bro. They had to happen to me, bro. These things gotta happen to me, bro.
Road rage turns violent when this man tries to run another man off the road after calling him the N-word several times. He has been identified. Say hello to Ivan Blanco of Right Construction. This is actually incredible. Ivan won an award at his company for relentless safety. You know, that's just the work ethic Ivan has. When it comes to safety, he is relentless. And when it comes to not safety, oh, he's also relentless. There's nothing that justifies that sort of violence and racism, but it does not surprise me that in Lee County, the driver was calling the police to tell him that this man already ran him off the road while he's running them off the road again, and the police don't even take a plate number. That does not surprise me. That's the exact professionalism I've come to expect.
That is one of the many examples of videos that I keep watching out of Miami, Florida. Racist people calling black people slurs, using flat-out racist language on camera. And this makes me wonder, what is wrong with Miami? Because it is not just one video. Most of these clips showing this same kind of behavior keep getting filmed in this one city. So what is wrong with people from Miami that makes them still think they are better than black people in 2026? So I've got some people reacting on that racist grown-up man. I want us to watch them and more other clips of people talking about their own personal experience they've had in Miami. And this will shock you. I want you to watch the video from the beginning to the end, and this video is for educational and awareness purpose. If you find this one interesting and feel like you want to support us, just click on the like button and share this video to your friends and family members. Let's get into it.
Of course, Lee County Sheriff did absolutely nothing about this. In fact, they didn't even take down a plate number, which is pretty standard for Lee County Sheriff to not be there when you need them. And my expectancy of that police department is, very, very little. They're constantly wrapped up in corruption lawsuits or investigations. So this should be no surprise that the company, Right Construction Group, actually took action and fired Ivan when the police still can't figure it out. Isn't that incredible that his own company could figure it out, but the police, Lee County Sheriff, well, he's probably too busy doing what he does most, which is gambling or having affairs with women throughout Lee County and forcing them to have abortions. But that's just Lee County Sheriff Carmine Marcino for you, someone that Lee County repeatedly votes for. So when it comes to police, the county is doomed. You have to do everything through the courts. Trust me. Ivan, just because your last name is Blanco, it doesn't make you Blanco.
I declare, honey, what a disgrace. This video was posted on the TikTok yesterday, and it has since went viral across all social media platforms. Now, the young man says in the caption, I need help. This dude tried to take me out the game twice. I'm saying he tried to run me off the road. He did it again. I called 911, and they didn't even ask me for the license plate. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. So in the comments on the video on the TikTok, the Lee County Sheriff's Office verified TikTok commented and said, hi there, did you report this to law enforcement? Can you message us your contact information so we can look into this for you? Now, I haven't seen any comments from the young man that posted the video. However, y'all know how the TikTok works, honey. The devil works hard, but the TikTok streets definitely work harder. So this man has been identified as Ivan Blanco. And of course, the TikTok streets continue to work harder after identifying him, and they found his employer as Right Construction Group out of Fort Myers, Florida. Y'all, they took these people down to 1.2 stars. And look, when you pull up Right Construction, you see the damn video of Ivan Blanco. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. And it looks like Ivan had a good-ass job, honey, a good inside job at the construction company. The civil superintendent, there was no way he was out there banging any nails and putting up any roofs, but I digress. So Ivan has received several awards from Right Construction. He's also been posted on their website. Here he is here saying, I love working at Right Construction because I feel like we're family. If something goes wrong, we just jump right in to help. They have my back at all times. times, regardless of the issue or if I'm facing personal problems. Well, Ivan, I guess Right Construction Group could stick beside you in this situation, honey, because yesterday they posted, upon learning of the situation and conducting an immediate review, we took swift and decisive action to terminate the individual's employment. I declare, honey. The behavior displayed in this incident is completely unacceptable and does not reflect the values, culture, or standards that our organization upholds. We are committed to treating others with respect, professionalism, and integrity, both within the workplace and in the communities we serve. Well, Ivan, I guess they couldn't stick beside you.
The County Sheriff's Department finally commented this morning on the original video and said, did you report this to police? Again, did you report this to the police is what they asked. The video itself is a man trying to report this to the police while they're doing it again to him. And the text on screen says what's happening. What do you mean, did he report it to the police? And like, why does it take 2 whole days? 2 whole business days. 2 whole business days to get help for a black man who almost got killed twice? 2 whole business days? If the roles were reversed, I wonder how long it would have taken. I wonder if it would have taken any time at all. Lee County investigated and said, not our problem. They said this wasn't actually in Lee County, it was actually in Hendry County. Okay. So they said they were going to work with Hendry County to, hopefully bring this man to justice, of course, for his actions, which is great and all, but it's what we expect of them and what we expect they would do in response to a crime without it having to go viral. It's not lost on me that there's suddenly this response, suddenly willingness to work with other police stations, figure it out, where this happened, what's going on. Someone talked to the victim only after it went viral, only after the press was negative about it. That's what it unfortunately takes. And that's why we have this. And that's why I'm going to take down my other videos pegging Lee County. Anyway, next will be the mugshot.
Are you black?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm Cuban.
Oh.
Good.
Let's go to bear.
I just heard you said my was like.
Nah, Guichi, baba.
Huh?
Guichi, Cuban, born and raised in Cuba.
No, you said though.
Yeah, I
was like,
say that word. Yeah, I say. Yeah.
Why, though?
You're not from me? That's how. Are you recording me? That's crazy. You're weird as hell for that.
Yeah.
But all right, in Miami, I'll explain this. In Miami, every Cuban, so we don't get heat with it.
I'm gonna tell you something though. You should not say that word though.
No.
I mean, bro,
our grandma's
I
black.
say
Our
it.
grandma's full black.
But y'all not black though.
Nah, I
So
don't
you shouldn't say it. Like if there was a Cuban slang or slur, I would never say
That's how
that.
Cubans say it. We say it was.
But it's
Hey. You guys have cigarettes?
Nah, he got one. Oh,
Alright.
Jesus Christ.
wait, what did they say?
He was like, my. I'm just telling you, it's not cool.
I mean, it's not about a matter of being cool. Like, nobody tells
I'm
me
just
shit
saying,
about
it's
it.
disrespectful though
To who?
to black people.
So why do the black people here not get if I
Who
say
else
it?
is black? What are
No,
you?
not here. I'm saying wherever I say
Because
it.
they're stupid.
Oh, so everyone else is stupid, but you're not. That's what I'm hearing.
The black people
So
who
you
think
sound
it's
racist.
okay
So
for you
no,
to say,
up because you're saying the black people that say it's okay when you say it.
I'm black.
Okay, but the black people here say it's okay when I say it.
They can't give
Because
you
I
a
come from a
pass.
minority, actually a bigger minority than you.
They can't give you a pass.
But I'm a bigger minority.
What's a
than
bigger
you.
minority?
Cubans? This big. We're a little island this big.
Y'all run Miami. Y'all the majority.
Don't matter.
Miami is 70%
Minority.
Spanish.
Yeah,
We're the
not
minority.
Cuban. There's more blacks than Cubans in
Just
Miami.
don't say the word. That's all
I'm
I'm
gonna say
saying.
the word and nothing you gonna do about it. If you want, you could do something about it. Because nobody else got an issue with it.
I have an issue with it.
It's just you.
Yeah, but
You're not
we're
even
friends
with
black.
black
To
people.
be honest, you're like a light skin. You coming
It's
into my
not- it's
spot,
not
you
a-
telling me
it's-
what I
it's
can and
light
can't
skin's
say.
not black?
Yeah, I kinda hope you
It's
go
not.
famous,
It's
I
not.
don't
Why do you feel comfortable saying?
know. Because I'm a bigger minority than you. I'm Hispanic.
You're not
I do a lot
dark
of
enough
business
to
with
say
black.
it.
You're
That's
not
the whole
dark.
point I'm trying to
But
make.
like, what are you talking about? Like,
He's
like,
not
it's
black,
crazy.
bro.
I don't
Like,
need to
But
be
like,
black.
yo, we're
Crazy,
just trying to make
though.
you understand. Like,
I don't
Cubans
need
are
to be
not
black.
black
Yeah, but you-
unless you're
but you're not-
Afro-Cuban.
but
You're
like-
definitely not Afro-Cuban.
okay, we're
Afro-Cuban.
Afro-Cuban.
We're
We're
Afro-Cuban.
Afro-Cuban. We're Afro-Cuban.
No,
We're
wait,
Afro-Cuban.
you're a
wait,
Afro-Cuban.
wait,
But
wait.
you're saying
Regardless,
I
hold
can't
on, man.
say
My great grandfather's
I'm saying just don't say the word.
Yeah, but I'm Afro-Cuban. I like all half of my friends.
Yo, you don't get to say the word because
No.
because you're
Because
you're
I'm
not black, bro.
Yes, yeah, but like that's.
Are you the guy
I'm
on
the guy.
TikTok?
Wealth.
I like this guy too, bro.
People shocked to hear how racist Miami is. Like, I got family that's from Miami, but them Cubans think they white. Like, they didn't get off the boat like us. The fuck? Everybody was on that maritime boat.
Miami got mad racism, y'all. Mad racism. Okay? Latino people do not with us in Miami. They don't. No matter if you are a black person that's getting it, successful, they don't look at us as equals at all. In New York, Latinos and the blacks, we equal. Like, we so lit together. We have a good time. In Miami, no. In Miami, the Latinos think that they're white. That's what they think. They think that they're white. Like, let's just keep it 100. They don't think that they're Latino. They think that they're white in Miami, okay? And they look so down on the black people in Miami. It's ridiculous. And I don't even know why the hell people live in Miami, because Miami is very expensive. For me to live in Miami, I was actually getting taken care of. I didn't work. Because there's no jobs. They have never had jobs in Miami. They have never had jobs in Miami. All my cousins live in Miami. If you not a scammer, if you ain't trapping, if you're not a business owner, you're not making it out there. And to the girlies, if you ain't got no, sugar daddy, no provider, you're not getting it out there. Because guess what? In Miami, my cousins, when they did try to do regular jobs, like, and actually be tax-paying civilians, they were working at Foot Locker, and you would think, okay, you work at Foot Locker and you work at Target and you work at all these places. No, you're not getting full-time hours. You're getting part-time hours. So in order to survive in Miami, you have to have 2 part-time jobs to make it a full-time job. Who's living that life? So don't move to Miami. With the racism,
I had not experienced so much racism until I moved to South Florida and until I started working and walking around in Miami. I lived in Kentucky for 2 years, and not like Louisville, Kentucky, like where people don't recognize Kentucky. And I experienced more blatant racism, like calling me the N-word racism, in Miami. Yeah. Stay safe.
Bro, like, I thought I was being gaslighted. I thought I was going crazy when I was in high school and I was going to school with straight Hispanics. And some of the girls literally would not date me because they would cite, like, yo, I like you, but my mom wouldn't like you. Like, yo, like, I've gone through it down here. Looking back at some of the things that I dealt with my entire life, it's like so laughable now. Like, I find it funny. It's like a comedy because, like, bro, what is going on down here? Because when you go to other places, like, you would assume that some white people, like, in the countryside would be racist or would, initially identify you as XYZ, racially profile you. And no, that's not the case. I went to Colorado. You feel me? I've been to North Carolina. I've been to South Carolina. Like, their racism is a lot more hidden and subtle, but they're very nice to you up front. But, like, Latinos down in South Florida are, bro, like, they're out of the gate with it, bro. And to be fair, sometimes I don't even think they realize what they're doing. I feel like it's kind of like embedded in the culture now because, bro, tell me why they have to talk to everybody by their identity. They're like, oh, that person, he was black, right? He was cool, but he was black, but he was really cool. That black guy is Jamaican? Was he Jamaican? Like, everybody to them is an identity before they're just a person. Like, they don't just meet people. Like, they meet somebody and they're like, hey, where are you from? Are you from Chicago? Are you from this place? And it's it's nuts. And to see them even do that to each other, like, oh, you're Latino, right? You're Puerto Rican, so you must be like this. Or you're Dominican, so, like, your entire personality must be like what my experience is with Dominicans down here. Like, they assume everyone is a monolith. It's insane to watch. And listen, if offending other people and calling them names is like a weird term of endearment, which I've known it to be down here in Miami, I think that's something you should keep between you and your friends and your family, whatever. But for me to hear that random people are coming down to Miami and experiencing this, what? Y'all can't even control yourselves in front of, like, randoms? I didn't even know that was going on. I thought it was just because y'all knew who I was. Like, you feel me? Like, oh, we gonna try it with him. We know this. We go to high school with him. We go to, we work with this guy. And even then I was still like, yo, this is weird. Like, why do I have to constantly be reminded that I am black, man? Like, I know what I am, but I don't understand why I have to constantly be reminded about it. Like, I'm just a person at the end of the day. That's how I feel about it. What's wild is I'm half Hispanic. I'm actually Dominican. So I saw this story from the inside out. And what's crazy is that people would literally treat me different when they found out my name's Enrique. They're like, oh, you're Enrique. Oh, you're Hispanic. You're one of us. And I'm like, nothing's really changed. My father was black, man. He was born before the Civil Rights era. Like 1937, man. I know my history. Yeah, I'm still black. I'm half Dominican as well. But, you know, just the weird treatment after the fact of like being a lot more friendlier to me when you found out my name's Enrique, you know, very strange. It's always been very strange to me.
Do I live in Miami? Yes. Am I going to move out of Miami soon? Yes. Have I grown up in Miami? Yes. Is Miami racist? Yes. Let me break this down, okay? I have been in Miami since I was 4 years old. Since I've had memory, I'm 32. I have lived in Miami for the majority of my adult life, except when I went away to FSU for university. If you're coming to Miami, visiting Miami, moving to Miami, you need to understand a few things. If you're black and you're coming to Miami, this is not a city for black women. It's not. The dating market is shit. Most of the black men here do not want women that look like you. They want Hispanic, white, Kardashian-esque women. They don't come here for afros and your type of vibe. Okay, I'm just being real. Most of my friends that live in Miami date people from out of town that come here briefly and they're like, oh wow, and then they meet and then they end up being in some long distance situation because unfortunately most of the men in Miami want Hispanic women, which is fine, to each his own. I'm just telling you, as a black woman, this is not your city. Speaking in general terms, the black men in Miami also, they're usually going to be American or Caribbean descent. There's a lot of both, but this isn't a city where you meet very affluent black men. It's not. You got, you know, if you want a trap star, a rapper, maybe, you know, there are some celebrities here and there are some athletes here and there, but not a city like in Maryland where there's tons of affluent black people. They're in pockets, but it's not a common thing. Therefore, the culture of Miami is very party. There's not a lot of poetry lounges. There's not a lot of culture. There's not a lot of fashion. It's more BBL fashion. It's more turning up, clubbing, stripping, Vegas, get lit. A lot of restaurants. Most people come here, they'll do boat parties. But how many times can you be on a boat, like, turning up? I've done it so much times, I'm just like, nah, it's cool. But it gets boring after a while. I'm just gonna be honest. Miami is not a city where you want to settle down, start a family. It's a city where maybe you want to visit a few times a year, have fun, do things, try stuff, enjoy the weather, even though it's really hot and humid. But it's not a place where I feel you're gonna want to really put your roots. The people here are not friendly like that. You may have people that you might meet through friends or environments, like if you work here and you see people continuously, but it's not a city where strangers are just going to talk to you and you're going to just make friends like that. No. I actually see ads all the time where people are looking for friends because in Miami, it's not easy to make friends. A lot of people here also are very clout chasey, very much, oh, let's network. What do you do? Who are you? Like LA vibes somewhat. It's not the warmest city in terms of people connecting. So again, come here if you want, but I'm just being real about what it is. For those of you that are saying Miami is not racist, let me break down what I've been through so you can understand that Miami's not overtly racist. It's a little bit more hidden and harder to see. So, I was once hired to be an atmosphere model for Mr. Jones. I was paid $1,000 to go to this club, sit down, be at this event, look cute, and leave. Now, in the room, I was one of 3 black women in a space that had maybe 500 people. So we were there to meet the quota, the right ratio of black women that was okay for that night. Now, I was getting paid. I was not really part of the event. I was just there. About 2 weeks later, I met with a promoter and he's like, hey, let's hang out, and then afterwards we're gonna go out to the club, blah, blah, blah. I was outside at the time. I said, all right, cool. So I'm with myself and another one of my girls. We pull up to Mr. Jones, and I see him talking back and forth with the promoter. I'm really cool with him, and he comes back and he's like, yeah, he says there's too many black girls in our crew. So outside of myself, there was about 5 other black women I didn't know, but they were attractive black women, different sizes, different complexions, etc. We were denied entry. Okay, so this is the part of Miami where I say I'm the same person that was paid to be in the establishment to meet a requirement of people that was turned away weeks later because there was too many black people in my crew. Now, Mr. Jones is one of those spaces where if you go on their page at the time, this is about a year ago or 2, you saw white and Hispanic women and you saw black men that as long as they were famous, that was fine. That is what happens in a lot of clubs in Miami, especially South Beach, especially affluent clubs, especially clubs that are not necessarily catering to a black crowd. They may have a black night. You know what night to go to live. You know what night to go to certain clubs to see your people, to hear your music. Now, some people are like, it's not a big deal. And some people say that's a big deal because this is 2025. But hey, is that considered racist to you or not? Or do you just not care about the well-being of black women, which, hey, join the line.
Miami likes to pick and choose when they want to be racist. Me being a black promoter and most of the people that I work with on my team being black, do you know how many times I've went? One time I was at this restaurant, this terribly racist restaurant. It's called Baoli. I went up to the restaurant and my friend was like, yo, you bring good quality. I want to put you onto this opportunity at Baoli. And so he went over there and introduced me to the manager and I talked to him. Everything was good. I showed him my quality and the girls that I bring look better than any girls that they even had at the restaurant at the moment. And the guy came back to me. He was like, yo, listen, they told me, he was being honest with me. He was like, they told me that they don't want your kind working here because they don't want the type of crowd that you bring. I said, what the fuck you mean? What kind of crowd I bring? I don't just bring black girls. I bring quality girls, black, white, Asian, anything. So I've lost so many opportunities in Miami Beach being black. You know how many times I've been to restaurants? I'm not going to name anybody else because I just fucking hate Baoli. When they say, oh, keep your black promoters away.
Yeah, y'all, I'm trying to figure out why I'm in the middle of Miami. Literally at what time?
It's 12:44.
At 12:44, we go to a club called Mona. Do you know this club told me I'm too dark and too thick? Didn't let her in because she's too thick. Dark?
Bitches have audacity.
What's really going on, Miami? All too dark to get in the club?
In Miami, I know people don't know and understand the racism that happened in Miami, but Miami, unlike other cities, they put black people to the center of the city on a ridge. There we go. So they put us on a ridge inside of the center of the city because when they came into the city, they wanted to build out the beach. Miami's supposed to be this beautiful tropical playground for northerners to come down and have fun in during the winter time for all the snowbirds. You come on down to Miami, it's beach weather right now. So they built this place for that. However, people had to live, so people started to move into other areas, so they forced black people into the center of the city. Now, 100+ years ago, that probably was a great idea, but now Miami is ground zero for sea level rise in the world. Not just the country, the world. Okay, we are expecting up to 6 feet of water into our city. So right now, you have places like Miami Beach, South Beach, sitting at 0 or under sea level, right? So you have communities like Liberty City and Little Haiti, Overtown, Alapata, Little Havana, Coconut Grove, and some of us are sitting 8 feet, 10 feet, 17 feet, 15 feet above sea level. Now, I know for people who are from, like,
okay, I have a question for everyone who lives in Miami, South Florida area. If you do not live in the South Florida area, keep swirling. Okay, now that they're gone, I want to know what happened. Why do the Cubans and Colombians here hate the blacks so much and make it blatant obvious? Like, I do not understand. When I'm in Cali, different Latinos, but me and the Mexicans, great. New York, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, blacks, great. In South Florida, oh my God, the Cubans and Colombians go out their way to be rude, nasty, and racist to us, and I don't understand it. And of course, I'm not saying all. Don't ever get it confused. I'm never saying all. I have some really close friends that are Cuban, love them to death. But the majority is wild. Like, it's so weird to me. And there's so many Afro-Cubans. So I'm like, do you guys treat the Afro-Cubans like this in Cuba? Like, how is this going? Like, they go out their way to be rude, nasty, and racist and let you know in their face. They're damn near worse than the white people that are racist. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, I have a homegirl, love her down. She's Cuban. She looks more like a lighter complexion Cuban, but she has like 4C hair. And she even tells me how hard it is for her family. Like, oh my God, it's embarrassing. Straighten. And I'm like, why? But like the other day, I was staying like an hour away from my house in South Florida, so I decided to get a hotel because I didn't feel like driving an hour was going to be at night. Guy at the front desk, so rude, nasty to me. Check-in's at 3. It's like $250. I see a Latino woman in front of me check in, and after me let somebody check in. Nope, you better wait, blah, 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 blah. And you can't lay on the couch, you can't do this on the couch. I'm like, sir, and I literally just like lean on the couch on the pillow to wait, like on the armrest. I'm like, okay. Then in the middle of the night, I come down to buy something from the store in the hotel. He's like, the store's closed, I'm doing inventory. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I can wait. How long will it be? All night. You mean to tell me the store's closed all night? Really? 10 minutes later, I'm in the hallway getting some ice. I see a Hispanic man and woman coming in with drinks. So where'd you guys get it from? Oh, the store downstairs. I said, he said it was closed. Oh, yeah, he just took the rope off and opened it for me because it was just a rope. I'm like, what? Like, and that's just a small thing. I mean, it happens every day. The other day, I'm in Walmart, self-checkout, bringing out stuff. And mind you, I'm bringing out stuff for work. So I got like a lot of little candies and gum, little cheap stuff, like $1 or $2. And the lady's watching me. I can feel her burning into my back. Mind you, it's like eight self-checkout. She don't think anybody else. I'm the only black person there, though. Next thing I know, she runs to the door. I want to check your bag. I said, no, why? Let me check. So she's trying to count every little thing. And I have like 30 little things. All of them are $2 or less. She's counting. I think you missed one. I'm like, nope, it's right here. And then I did 2 separate transactions, so I know she's pissed now. But I'm like, and then another lady comes to the door, another Spanish lady, and she's like, no, you're not doing this to her. You guys kill me every time I come in the store. You guys treat black people bad. My baby's father is black. We're not doing this. And they start arguing in Spanish. So I appreciate her standing up for me, but why do you have to? Mind you, it's a lady to the right of me, a Hispanic lady. Dead ass, I seen her stealing. I ain't dead, I ain't my business. But you're so busy watching me, not even watching Shorty over here. Like, I don't know. I just want answers. I just want to know if anyone knows the reason why it's so much division in what the hate is about. Because I don't like that. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? We're all minorities. Let's love each other. Like, what's the problem? You guys let me know. Y'all have a blessed day. Later.
Every single time it is Miami. Same city, different person, different day, same energy. And you keep seeing black folks in these videos saying the same thing. That they feel unheard, that they feel like nobody is listening to them. They can't even get justice in that city. And when you really look at who is running things in Miami, you start to understand why. About 70% of Miami-Dade is Hispanic or Latino. So it is not like they are just present there. They build the whole table and they decide who sits at it. And that is why you hear so many black people in Miami saying it is hard to even find a job, hard to be taken serious. Most of the businesses in Miami, Florida are owned by Hispanics or Latinos. And these families tend to hire their own. They only hire Latinos or Hispanics. They never hire black people no matter how qualified you are, no matter how hard you work. And that is just what happens when the systems stay closed off like that for generations. And that is not me making things up. You can even search on YouTube or on any social media platform. You will see it yourself. Miami, Florida, they tend to hire Latinos and Hispanics. Black people there have hard time finding a job. And I got numbers to back this up too. This ain't just a feeling. Harvard Political Review actually looked into this. Black Latinos in Miami-Dade get arrested almost 4 times more than white residents, convicted over 5 times more, and locked up 6 times more. So the bias is not just in the streets. It is built into the system that is supposed to be delivering justice in the first place. And it is not just us saying this from the outside. People from inside that same Latino community have said it too. Lizette Alvarez, she writes for the Washington Post. Her parents fled Cuba. Even she said it, that her own community, people who ran from oppression themselves, still turned around and basically ignored what was happening to black folks a few miles down the road. That is the part that gets me. A community that knows exactly what it feels like to be persecuted. And they still can't extend the same understanding to black Americans right next to them. And some of this goes way further than Miami, way further than America even. There is this old saying in parts of Latin America, mejorar la raza, improve the race. And it was literally used by these Latinos to push their own people to marry lighter, have lighter kids. That is not something that these Latinos picked up after arriving in the US. It was already there. It was already embedded within their families. So this is not just Miami problem. This is an old belief system, and Miami just happens to be where it is on full display right now. So what have black people done about all of this? They protested, they made a bunch of videos, they spoke out, they organized over and over, just trying to say, look at what this looks like from the outside. And you still watch a grown-up man say a slur to another man's face, get caught on camera doing it, and say it again, more than once, knowing fully well the camera was lolling, that it was not a slip-up. That is somebody who don't think there is gonna be no consequences. Because in that city, historically, there hasn't been many. And then you've got that Cuban man, that young man, who was just coming up with an argument of how they can just be saying N-word. You've heard him. The way he was just arguing confidently how them Latinos, them Cubans, should be saying N-word. That argument don't hold up the moment you really think about what that word carries. That is not just a word. That word is directly tied to slavery, to the people who lived through it. 2 generations that fought through blood, through the court, through decades for the rights that everybody, including a lot of the people saying that word, benefit from today. Saying it casually ain't edgy. It is disrespectful to their whole history. So I'm talking to your Latinos using N-word. It is not decent, it is not professional, it is disrespectful to the black community. As they've been telling you, please stop using N-word. If you know what that word means, and black Americans are telling you straight up why it hurts, then you are not saying it out of ignorance no more. As that point is a choice that you are making. You are literally making a choice of hurting your black American brothers and sisters. And that is too bad. And another thing that I want to remind y'all Latinos, and this was communicated by many black Americans, is that you ain't close to whiteness. No matter what you're trying to do, you ain't close to them. They will play you, trying to trick you into supporting them during election, and then y'all vote for them. But being honest, you ain't close to them, and you will never be close to them. You will see it. You seeing how many of your Latinos are being deported? You seeing how your Latinos are being raided by ICE? It really shows you that no matter how you're trying to distance yourself from your black American brothers and sisters, you will never be considered as one of their own. And y'all see how when you're stopped by the police officer, the moment you mention your name and they realize that you are Latino, their face will change. And the way they treat you will change. You will not be treated like a white person. You will be considered as a person of color. You will be put in the same category as black people. And that is a knowledge that y'all Latinos need to hold. No matter how you will try to improve your race, you will be considered as people of color. Now, to y'all black Americans watching this, you've seen how black people are treated in Miami, Florida. So you've got to think twice before relocating to Florida, because you're seeing that there are no opportunities there for y'all black people. Y'all people are being left behind by these Latinos because they think that you are less than them. It's better for you to relocate to another city where we not be profiled depending on your race. There's a short message that I can give y'all black Americans. And if you find this one interesting, I want you to support me by clicking on the like button and let me know what you think about this video. That was it for today. Mr. TA, your African brother, sending peace and love from Africa. Ciao.